a woman over 40 working 40 plus hours, whether it's at work, house, probably more than that, right? And you came to me today and said, Chelsea, I really want to lose 10 pounds over the next 3 months, but I don't know how I'm supposed to fit this into my already busy life. This is exactly what I would tell you. So I'm not going to give you another 60-minute workout. I'm not going to put you on the treadmill for an hour. I'm not giving you a meal plan that requires 90 minutes of Sunday meal prep. And I definitely wouldn't give you a plan that looks great on Monday and completely falls apart by Wednesday. Because here's what I know after 20 years of coaching women, helping over 10,000 women get to their weight loss and health goals. Your biggest problem isn't discipline, it's overwhelm. And if you're working 40 plus hours a week, managing a career, a household, maybe raising kids, and then managing a full team at work, and trying to take care of yourself, you're already running at about 90, 95%. If we're talking about like a battery, right? Your battery's already pretty much here. And then we're going to throw on the changing of your body during this time. See, the things that worked when you were 25 don't seem to work anymore. So you don't need to do more. You just need a better plan. And today I've got 5 non-negotiables I would start you with. These are the things that matter most. Before we get started, welcome or welcome back. It's your girl, Chelsea C., your fitness and nutrition coach. Always doing the most so you don't have to. See over here, we are not about chasing gimmicks or quick fixes, okay? We're about building a strong body that lasts. Once you hit the 40s and up, you still can look good, you still can feel good, and you still can make this chapter your best chapter. So let's get right into it. Okay, so like I said, you came to me and said, I need to lose this weight. 3 months, what would I tell you? So before I give you the big 5, I want you to understand something. I don't want you doing everything. That's where women get into trouble. You know, they decide, I'm finally going to get serious. So Monday, new diet, new workout, 10,000 steps, meal prep, no sugar, no carbs, 2 gallons of water, up at 5 a.m., doing whatever, getting yourself together. And then by Wednesday or Thursday, you're exhausted. The plan falls apart. And you think, see, can't stick to anything. It's just too hard. See, no, the plan was the problem. If your plan requires you to be a completely different person that quickly, it's just not sustainable. So we're going to strip this down and give you these 5 things. That's it. Focus on these. We'll get you where you need to go. So number 1, I want you to take 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. So write this down, get a pen and paper if you do not have one. Okay. So you notice I didn't say you need to do an hour of cardio every day. I want you moving consistently throughout the day. Now, if you want to do a little bit of cardio, cool. But that's not going to be the focus here. Okay? So I want you to think about walking during a phone call, taking the stairs when it makes sense, walking after dinner, park a little further away when you're going shopping. Take a 10-minute walk between meetings. I love taking walks while I'm on the phone in a meeting. Go outside, play a little bit. You don't have to turn movement into a full-time job. And if you're currently doing 3,000 steps, don't all of a sudden try to hit 10,000 steps tomorrow, right? Let's maybe do an extra 1,000. So you want to build toward it. One of my clients, she works in an office, and around 2:00, you know how you get that, everybody's kind of tired from lunch, kind of ready to go home, but it's not quite time to go home. She would get up, walk around. I guess they had some steps inside the building. She would go up down the steps, go around for maybe 10 minutes. And she said it actually helped her energy, right? And then she was also getting closer to that 10,000 mark. So the goal is consistent daily movement. Number two, my favorite, I've been talking about this on mostly probably 50% of the videos, sleep. 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And yes, I'm putting this on a weight loss list because actually studies have shown that people that have 5 to 6 hours of sleep or less have a tendency to gain weight. So it is scientifically proven you can sleep and lose weight. Who wouldn't want that? Anyway, it's important because if you're exhausted all the time, everything becomes harder, right? You're hangry, right? You have these cravings. Your workouts are harder. Your patience is thinner. Your decision making is not as good, right? And your ability to stick to the plan is going to be harder. And I know you're going to say, Chelsea, I don't have time to sleep 8 hours. And I hear you. But if you're trying to lose weight while running your body on fumes, it's just not going to happen. We have to address that. Okay, so maybe that just means getting in bed 30 minutes earlier. Maybe that's not going to make you hit that 7 to 8 hours yet, but it's a start. Maybe it's putting the phone down. Maybe it's a consistent bedtime. I did a whole video on bedtime routines, right? That's a big one. Maybe it's saying no to something, boundaries, because sleep isn't a luxury, it's part of the plan. I know I try to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep. But one day, I don't know how much I got, probably running on fumes, and just everything seemed like a crisis. The littlest thing was like a crisis. And then toward the end of the day, I was like, think I just am sleep deprived. And I went to sleep, and the next day, those issues were nothing. I knocked them out, and it was fine. So not only is it going to help you just in your normal getting things done, but your anxiety and things, you're going to be less anxious and less worried because you had sleep. Sleep is a beautiful thing. So please get some sleep. 3, protein and fiber. I know protein. I keep talking about that. But as we get older, we do lose our muscle. So we need to make sure we're having protein, and we need to do something else, but we'll go to that. Let's stay here. Protein and fiber. So build your meals around protein and fiber. Right? So if I were coaching you, we set a protein target based on your specific individual needs rather than assuming every woman in their 40s or 50s needs the same number, because that's not true. But as a general rule, if you can hit between 120 to 140 grams per day, that should be appropriate for most women. All right. But again, we don't know exactly your size, activity, health status, and goals. But if you can hit that 120, 140, you're up in that range of getting some good protein. And then you have to couple it with, and this is just my theory and what I've seen, fiber rich foods alongside of it. So I want you thinking, instead of what diet am I on? We don't do diets here. I want you to think, what's my protein? Where's my fiber? Maybe that's eggs, berries, and yogurt. I personally try to stay away from the dairy yogurt, inflammation and things. So I'll give a whole video on that. And I try to stay more with coconut yogurt and cashew yogurt. Okay. But if you like the dairy, go ahead. But that's just what I like to try to do. Or another idea is chicken, vegetables, potatoes. That's your protein. Vegetables, potatoes are the fiber. Okay. Salmon, protein, quinoa. I know some people are, I'll tell you how to make that quinoa too. Quinoa can be really good. So maybe salmon, quinoa, and broccoli. Okay. Even salmon and broccoli. You got some fiber there, you got some protein. Maybe some ground turkey, a big salad, and avocado. Okay. So you don't need 17 ingredients. You just need meals you can actually repeat. And I always say repeat and boring is good. I eat pretty much the same thing all the time. And then every week I kind of throw in some different things. And then on the weekend, I'll go do some stuff. But for the most part, boring will get the job done. Okay. And so this is where meal planning becomes important. So not meal prep for 3 hours, excuse me, meal planning. See, there's a difference. You need to know, what am I eating when I'm busy? All right. So that's where you got to plan ahead. Because when you don't have a plan, the drive through becomes the plan. Number 4, we're almost done. Thanks for hanging in with me. Stay to the end. You're going to need this. These things work if you work it. Strength training, okay? 2 to 3 sessions a week. Um, and you can do body weight workouts, right? So don't think I don't have a gym membership. No excuse, okay? And I'm just talking about 30 minutes of some strength training, not 90 minutes, not 2 hours, just 30 minutes. Because after 40, I don't want your entire weight loss strategy to be, how little can I eat and how much cardio can I do, right? I want you to build and preserve your muscle. And that's really important during this time, because what you do now, 40s and 50s, are going to affect the 60s, 70s, how mobile you are, how much energy you have. Can you get up and down out of the seat, out of the chair, out of the car? Okay. So squats, like pushes, like push ups, pulls, like a pull up, a pull. I'll get into this one day as well, so you won't feel left out. Okay. Hinge, carry, core. If you don't know what those are, leave a message in the comments. I'll hook you up. Don't worry. Okay. So you don't need a million exercises. You need a good program. You need to do it consistent. All right. Number 5, my personal favorite, the one that the secret sauce. And this is the one that people leave off: accountability. So I want some kind of weekly check-in. That's what I would advise you. If you're working with me, that's where coaching comes in, right? So we look at what worked, what didn't work, what got in the way, what do you need to change, or whatever's going on. That's where we kind of coach. I coach you through that, because here's the thing: life is going to happen. Kids get sick, boss calls you for something extra, you have a business trip, you have a vacation, you have a horrible week, you miss a workout, you eat out. That doesn't mean the plan failed. We adjust the plan. That's what coaching is supposed to do. Not make you feel guilty, but help you keep moving forward. And if you don't have a coach, try to get some accountability partners, maybe more than one, right? A little group, community. Oh, what did you do this week? So you need that accountability. Definitely do that. Okay. Even if it's a quick call in with your friend, mother, father, sister. All right. So let's recap. If you came to me and said, Coach, I got 3 months, I want to feel better, look better, drop these 10 pounds. I'll start you with the 7 to 10,000 steps a day, 7 to 8 hours of sleep, protein and fiber focused meals, 2 to 3 strength training sessions a week for 30 minutes. Say that 3 times fast. And consistent accountability check ins. That's your foundation. Everything else, optional. You're doing some other things. That's great. But these are the 5 foundations. Okay. So you don't need to start with supplements. If you're taking some, great, cool, as long as they're working. You don't need detoxes. You don't need 2 hours in the gym in case you just love to go to the gym. And if you're getting results, cool, keep doing it. You don't need a refrigerator full of expensive health foods, right, that you're going to throw out at the end of the week. You don't need a complicated meal plan. Build the foundation first. So we got to start with the foundation. Tell my clients, let's start here. You guys are looking at this mansion and great things. Yes, those are great things we want to get to. Right now, let's build this foundation. And here's probably the most important thing I want you to take away today. Don't worry about being perfect and having a great plan, okay? You want to be consistent. So if you can't be consistent with anything else, be consistent with these 5 things. Doesn't mean perfect, but if you don't do it one day, well, yeah, I got to get back to that sleep. Oh, I didn't do my 7,000 steps tomorrow. Do 7,000. Oh, I'm supposed to check in with someone. So, right? Because it's not about being perfect, it's just about being consistent. So your body doesn't need another Monday morning reset. It needs a plan you can still follow on Thursday when you're tired. And actually, I must take it one step further. I'm going to create a simple Monday through Sunday breakdown that shows you what this can look like in real life. Okay, in a real week, not a perfect week, a real week. You work, you're busy, you have meetings. I'll put the resources below in the description. So if you want that, definitely grab it. I think it'll be helpful. And if you're a busy woman over 40 trying to lose weight and you know other people that are, um, please subscribe because this is what we do here. You know, I'm helping you live your best lives while we kind of change, right? Life is about change. They say change is inevitable, growth is optional, right? And we all want to grow. So over here, we're making healthy living simpler, more realistic, and something you can actually maintain. So if you're ready to stop starting over every Monday, I'll see you in the next video. LCC, I'm out.